They say APC gets 833,519 votes in the 75% plus 249,000 equals 1,082,519, right? And that they say we make APC. Okay, SLPP they say 848,438 plus 249,000. That's the equals 1,097,438. And now you see the O2 get 249,000 equally. Why should that be?
Hello, good morning, good evening to Sierra Leoneans all over the world, of course, depending on whose side you day around the globe. We just don't decide for come to now with a broadcast because this coming weekend we're going to be a little busy with the try for modify certain things them now with studio now so and so it could possible say we're not going able for bring live broadcast to now, so we don't decide for let we talk on some very important events that we don't take place now Sierra Leone in the past since yesterday, I can say, right, until today we want for brand come to now exclusively. Of course, we all know, say, we don't get a new president in Sierra Leone, as since midnight in Sierra Leone last night, we don't get a new president in the person of retired Brigadier-General Julius Maada Bio. He happens to be the new president of Sierra Leone. We get to form the new government of the country. And of course, we all see how overwhelmingly will people then come out and vote for this election. You know, we plenty people in Kitok say, Salon people, they don't know what's in the NEPA. Of course, people are aware now. They are aware of the fact, say, their votes, they're very important, their votes, they matter. So we get for talk to Una today about that very swearing-in ceremony, the oath of office, where the president take. And of course, you know, some of the tours, then where the president tour Freetown. And of course, you know, some skirmishes will happen between the police, the military, and the civilians. Now, Kenema, we get for bring all incident data Una tonight. And so, you know, if we don't come to you a little late, we apologize for that. But we know see some other parts in the world we now morning time today, like Australia, so now morning today now. Or matter of fact, then we can go into it will be morning to them now. Australia. And so other side and they like London, maybe they don't go far into the night, they go to you know, maybe around 3 a.m. 4 a.m. today now. So but we never mind, anytime we salon business come up, we should be ready to go ahead and participate in it. And so now that we get for doing so today na Sheriff's Broadcast Network. Of course, we get for talk on very important issues that we feel say important to now. So one for me, you continue for stick around as we continue for unfold the program. Mina Ibrahim Sheriff, like I wanna know on behalf of the management and staff now Sheriff's Broadcast Network, I want for tell now plenty thank you. If this now your first time for join we want for take up this opportunity for officially welcome you now Sheriff's Broadcast Network, and of course for assure you say you don't make the right decision for kind of the right place. And so one for me is stick around as we unfold the programs to you. Stick around with us.
It's all bits on the beat.
It's the root boy alongside the baby papa. Make you step up to the beat. Can I have a dance? Can I have a dance? Can I have a dance? I press on watching me. Oh baby, can I have a dance? Can I have a dance? They're gonna laugh at me. Oh baby, can I have a dance? Can I have a dance? They're gonna laugh at me. Baby, can I have a dance?
Sheriff's Broadcast Network. Straight talk for change.
Yes, of course, Ifamudan Sheriff's Broadcast Network, straight talk for change. Of course, we all for be delighted as Sierra Leoneans. Of course, democratic activities don't unfold now with country, and so we have to be happy. Of course, we know say in every competition, some people are going to be happy and some people are going to be sad. Because in every competition, it is just the norms that there is always a winner and a loser. And so we will be accustomed to that. I mean, can you imagine in 2007 how SLPP they feel? You know, I mean, they talk with somebody today, now somebody will tell me, say Ibrahim, he say you see that pot cover where they knock on a salon in as a symbol of jubilation. Isn't that APC then begin our inside 2007? We say they nobody ever knock pot cover now Freetown. It's about now APC say they knock that pot cover per win in 2007 till we frustrate with the SLPP then. He says so we self don't learn the trick now. He says so now make way we self the knock the pot cover. But you see, what I be like about that pot cover, you know, people that be they post very funny pictures of the pot cover on social media. I see when one person don't put the two pot cover and so together, it puts this, then it writes pan and say, hello, testing. We are waiting for the DJ to play the music. Oh my God, that was so funny. You know, I see the other person, you know, he hold the pot cover, so he hold the radio now, waiting for the announcement. So, you know, I like them kind of images that the way people that they put na social media. I mean, you know, election for be fun. If for be fun, we forget fun when things then they happen, right? And so I was very delighted that you know, that kind of thing that they happen. But anyway, you know, right now, let me acknowledge some people that we they per watch we. Of course, the first person we ever join we don't begin broadcast today now Zainab Bangura, thank you so much, my own sister. Of course, Maria Majalo, they in London, they watch we get Jalo Fatmata J, of course Edward Mark and Kawusu Sheriff, that's my own brother. Thank you for joining us. Of course, Catherine Boma, Hawa Samba, Fatmata Kayla Kamara. Oh yeah, that me picking now and the watch. Aminata M. Sheriff, of course, that's my daughter. She is watching, okay. And I'm too picking them. When I watch una daddy, and you know now they can critique me, and they can criticize. Then they tell me say daddy, that's what you do today, not fine, or this, that. So I wait for that criticisms, you know. But anyway, so we get Husinatu Kamara, we get Candy Rose, we get Asmaru Hafiz Sharif. Of course, Asmaru, how are you? Alex Van D, Lexo in Washington, D.C. Namio Mandat. Macmillian Carter, of course, always from California. Gilbert Sawane, Favor Jalo, of course, Lansana Toure, Edison Yuko, Yakub Kuyate, Abibatu Kakai, Titi Antoinette Jabi, of course, Favor Jalo again. I mean, we get plenty people that we don't come. So one for just tell una all plenty thank you for we una they watch we una they listen to the broadcast. Of course, the comments that we una they make, it help we a lot, you know, it make we they learn a lot. Whether not criticize, they criticize, we not a problem, we like that, you know. Of course, Vixen S Canadian, Fatu Mamideon, Anthony Cicedeon, you know. Of course, we like una all, una thank you, right? So today, what we do, we get for bring camp to una some information for una not be done the watch na social media, una not be done the see waiting AYV TV the broadcast, Sierra Network the broadcast. We can bring come back to una, and we want for make una know the difference between waiting the other media than they do and waiting we they do na ya. Basically, waiting we they do na ya, so they analyze. They bring the video to you and we analyze them thoroughly. So that would get for doing also today. So I hope say whosoever you day, you must be feeling good today. I mean, the mere fact that even if you're not part of this government, but the fact that there is a change, I mean, waiting to be the why was it necessary for a lot of people to go through all this unnecessary hala bos? Why? And you know, I can ask this question. I say, well, APC, but when I don't get shame for say anytime we now when you time can pass bos they pass something, you know. But anyway, now they don't pass now, so we get for move on as a country. But me from then, so today what we want for do? We want for bring come to now, some very important images about with democracy, about waiting go on. Let you see how the transfer of power they happen, and how emotional it is, how heavy it is. When they give that power to somebody else, right? I think say that one is very important. So one for me, stick around as we bring that program to you. Stick around with us.
Sherrick's Broadcast Network. Straight talk for change. Sherrick's Broadcast Network. Straight talk for change. Sherrick's Broadcast Network. Straight talk for change. Sherrick's Broadcast Network. Straight talk for change.
All right, and so me from them, before they bring that whole thing to now, I just like a comedy way some of we man them create Naboton way I like bad for this election. I mean, this election, it began the side way being fine, it get the side way not fine, then it get the side way very comical, very funny. When you look at it, they laugh. And so let's look at this one first. Let's see what that means.
The National Elections Returning Officer.
Introduce your commissioner.
APC say they want manual.
No, introduce the commissioner.
So they count them manually. Then Stonia, because when you say manual, you don't even need calculator. Anything electronic, you don't need them.
Yeah.
So Samuel APC Inter Maada Bio SLPP. 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 Maada Bio SLPP.
No. We see man counting. We are going to court.
Spreadsheet of spreadsheet.
Oh man,
The National Elections Returning Officer.
Introduce your commissioner.
APC say they want manual.
No, introduce the commissioner.
So they count them manually. Then Stonia, because when you say manual, you don't even need calculator. Anything electronic, you don't need them.
Yeah.
So Samuel APC Inter Maada Bio SLPP. 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 Maada Bio SLPP.
No. We see man counting. We are going to court.
Spreadsheet of spreadsheet.
Oh man,
The National Elections Returning Officer.
Introduce your commissioner.
APC say they want manual.
No, introduce the commissioner.
So they count them manually. Then Stonia, because when you say manual, you don't even need calculator. Anything electronic, you don't need them.
Yeah.
So Samuel APC Inter Maada Bio SLPP. Maada Bio SLPP.
All right, and so my family, that is a very, very funny video. I mean, I don't watch that video over and over and over. Once I sit down at my office, while they walk, I get small time, I they look at that video, and they laugh to you, and they laugh. I mean, it's just funny, yeah. So me no say this is how the whole thing happened. when they don't say, say they be get this meeting Radisson Blue Hotel na Freetown, where between Samora Kamara and Julius Maada Bio, they agree on the runoff on certain things they wouldn't get for do. APC then say they don't want for let them count the results over the internet because they don't believe say, then feel say somebody go able for hack the internet. And it's true. For some of us who do technology, we know that. For say any information where they travel over the internet is susceptible to hacking. People then go able for steal them, then go able for clone them, and able for do what we call force accept and force reject. So it's true. So then go to that place and say they don't want no electronic business for Kenya this runoff. Everything for be manual, right? So when you say everything for be manual, they for really do it manually. They're not just like how the guy talking. They're not for use calculator. They're not for use no electronics, right? So that's what they did. So they don't vote now. Most of the polling centers them. Then they don't begin the counts. And when they count, now manual counts. So just like how they put, but the way they see Julius Maada Bio they win most of the places there. Now they still let us stop the voting because they get for going to court now for injunction, right? So that is what happened. I mean, all of these things will happen during this electioneering process. I think say me to me now a lesson for we all. This now rare education for people. It creates awareness in our people. It shed light on a lot of things that will be to happen for decades. So to me, it really look like say Sierra Leone is ready to move forward. It don't reach a time now where Salo don't ready for move forward because even the average Sierra Leonean don't become aware of the fact for say this country should move forward, right? So we don't reach a sign now. We say the chairman of the National Electoral Commission, in the person of Mohammed Infa Ali Conte, for do the announcement of the results. And so we get for bring you not don't see this part of this whole process. With the brand come back to you live, and of course with the brand come to a courtesy of AYV TV when I was sister network na Freetown. Now they make it happen, and of course AYV TV they do great, man. They do great. I raise up my hat to them because things they will not be they see. First thing when they don't do then, we don't do election. When they do announcement, pass to the area either through radio or would they read on a paper. But now we're actually they see them live. Right? So we appreciate AYV TV for standing tall on these kind of things. But anyway, me family, so let us see how Mohammed Infa Ali Conte will do the announcement of the results. Right? Let's see that.
I'll introduce the high table. Immediately, by me is Commissioner Nyanta Pledge. She is the Commissioner for the West of Nia. I'll go on the far end of the table. She is Commissioner Augusta Bokari, Commissioner for the Southern Region. On her left is Commissioner Matou Jibril Sisi, Commissioner for the Northern Region, also for the Western Region. Commissioner Yamatia is unavoidably not here, but everything that he's supposed to do as a commissioner, he has done manually. And I also want to take this opportunity to give the mic over to the Chief Electoral Commissioner or Chairman, National Returning Officer of the National Electoral Commission, who is Mohammed Infa Ali Conte. Thank you.
Thank you, Albert Masakoi. Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, electoral commissioners, members of the Fourth Estate, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Good evening. Statement from NEC Chairperson and National Returning Officer on the results of the presidential election runoff held on 31st March 2018. In exercise of the powers conferred upon it by Section 38 subsection 8 of the Constitution of Sierra Leone 1991, Act number 6 of 1991, and Section 70 subsection 1 of the Public Elections Act 2012, Act number 4 of 2012, the National Electoral Commission successfully conducted a presidential election runoff in Sierra Leone on 31st March 2018. Pursuant to Section 42, subsection 2, E, and the F of the Constitution of Sierra Leone 1991. Both the polls and tallying processes were observed by political parties, agents, various national and international observation missions of groups, embassies, and the media. The results: 11,122 polling station results were entered into the result database, representing 100% of all polling stations across the country. The national turnout is 2,578,271. National turnout 2,578,271, representing 81.11% of all registered voters. The total number of valid votes cast is 2,546,577. Total valid votes cast is 2,546,577, representing 98.76% of all votes cast. 98.76%. The total number of invalid votes cast is 31,694. Invalid votes cast 31,694, representing 1.24% of all votes cast. The detailed result by polling station will be posted on the NEC website www.necsl.org. A full breakdown of the result by district is appended to this statement. The number of valid votes cast for each candidate is as follows: Kamara Samura Matthew Wilson, All People's Congress APC, received 1,247,171 votes. 1,227,171 votes, representing 48.19% of the valid votes cast. 48.19% of the valid votes cast. Bio Julius Maada, Sierra Leone People's Party, received 1,319,406. 1,319,406 votes, representing 51.81% valid votes cast. Therefore, in exercise of the powers conferred on me as National Returning Officer by Sections 52 subsection 2 and 94 subsection 4 of the Public Elections Act 2012, Act number 4 of 2012, I hereby certify that Bio Julius Maada, having polled 1,319,406. 1,319,406 of the valid votes cast in the 31st March 2018 presidential election runoff has been duly elected President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. Any citizen of Sierra Leone who has lawfully voted in this election may challenge the validity of the said election of the President by petition to the Supreme Court of Sierra Leone within 7 days after the declaration of the presidential result, pursuant to Section 55, subsection 1 of the Public Elections Act 2012, Act number 4 of 2012. Mohammed Fali, Chief Electoral Commissioner, Chairman, National Returning Officer, dated 4th day of April 2018.
Right. So, so that is how the National Electoral Commission, the chairman of the commission, presented or announced the presidential runoff result. And of course, that is the beauty of democracy. You know, so the thing we may not understand about, we not be understand at first about Infa Ali Conte is that Infa Ali Conte, you were protected by the Constitution of Sierra Leone. You were protected by the Public Elections Act of the country, and so you were just supposed to do this. But anytime where they delay for announce the result, they make people then they hang out, people then they worry, people then they contemplate on what is going to happen. So it is good that this election result came out, and of course, but it is very democratic. I mean, they see all the observers, then they inside under. And read all the details, because the first announcement away nobody give with details, like I give with details for this one. So probably some of the messages they will put inside videos and other things the way we tell them, maybe able for watch them, able for listen them. I'm a man, I will brother by the teaching profession, will be the teaching at salon. So hopefully go on read. But he did a very good job in this area, and this is the result that came out of this election. Now we know say the APC presidential candidate Dr. Samura Kamara up to this time another call Julius Maada Bio for congratulate him. Yesterday issued statement for say then get for challenge the results in the court of law. So now make way for the announce it talks say any citizen will lawfully vote in the past election get the right for challenge this election. And when they challenge the election, not to Julius Maada Bio the challenge, the National Electoral Commission. And I know say for let them talk that one day, then get all the evidence and the facts then together. So if you want for challenge, you get 7 days from yesterday. In fact, 6 days don't left for me to challenge the election. All right. So that's what went on. And so now the result was announced at about 10 o'clock p.m. last night in Freetown. And then at about midnight in Freetown, Julius Maada Bio was sworn into office. Right there in the Radisson Blue Hotel. He was sworn into office. But what seems to be very symbolic for this whole thing is that maybe if you say the outgoing president when His Excellency Dr. Anes Bai Kroma for don day Nadara this in blue here last night for participate in that transition. But he was not there. But then that doesn't mean anything because all the constitutional stakeholders were there. The Chief Justice of the Supreme Court of Sierra Leone, Infana, administered the oath. All the other stakeholders in the country, they were all there. So whether Anes Bai Kroma been there or not, the president-elect was sworn into office last night, and he is now officially the president of the country. So let us see that one day and see how that one day itself happened. Stick around.
Thank you. President-elect to become the President of this nation. We ask for assistance. We ask for your guidance and for your protection. You chose them to lead this nation. And in all the moments, the higher moments of his life, you have always prepared him. And at this momentous occasion in his life, Lord, we ask that you crown his efforts. We ask each and every person who has contributed to this momentous occasion. And Lord, as we know, we ask that you bless Sierra Leone. Bless her towards the path of prosperity, peace, unity, the nation of things and works together and belongs together. And Lord, we will say your praises, as together we will say the prayer that you have taught us. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Will now lead us in Muslim prayers. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفر إنه كان توابا. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ وهبنا من لدنك رحمة إنك وهاب. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. الفاتحة. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. آمين. Thank you, Jalal. It is now my pleasure to hand over the mic to the State Chief of Protocol for the continuation of the ceremony. Good evening, everybody. Your Excellency, President-elect, Mr. Vice President-elect, my Lord the Chief Justice, Ministers of Government present, Your Excellencies, members of the diplomatic corps, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Section 54, subsection 1 of the Public Elections Act (2012). Section 46, subsection 4 of the Constitution of Sierra Leone 1991 prescribes that upon his assumption of office, the President shall take and subscribe to the oath for the execution of his office as set out in the second schedule. exercise the functions of the Chief Justice. Having been duly elected as President of the Republic of Sierra Leone and relying on the aforementioned legal provisions, I now invite the Honorable Chief Justice of the Republic of Sierra Leone to administer the
subsection 5 of the Constitution of Sierra Leone, Act number 6 of 1991, I now have the honor and privilege to invite you to take the oath of office as President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. I, Julius Maada Bio, do hereby, in the name of God, swear that I will at all times well and truly discharge the duties of the office of the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone according to law, that I will preserve, support, uphold, maintain, and defend the Constitution of the Republic of Sierra Leone as by law established, and that I will do right to all manners of people according to law, without fear or favor, affection or ill will. So help me God.
quiet, please. Section 54, subsection 4 of the Constitution of Sierra Leone, 1991, prescribes that the Vice President shall, before entering upon the duties of his office, take and subscribe to the oath of Vice President as set out in the third schedule of the said Constitution. Having been duly elected as Vice President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, I now invite Dr. Mohammed Julius Maada
and that I will support, uphold, and maintain the Constitution of Sierra Leone as by law established. So help me Allah.
The the new government of Sierra Leone. Let me take this opportunity to first and foremost thank and congratulate the people of Sierra Leone for coming out in large numbers in the first and second round of elections to vote for peace, security, stability, development, and above all, change. In particular, let me thank the membership of the great Sierra Leone People's Party. In particular, let me thank the membership of the great Sierra Leone People's Party for this historic democratic victory. I want to particularly acknowledge the leadership and support of our outgoing President, His Excellency Dr. Anes Baikoroma, and the APC government for sustaining our tradition of peaceful democratic transition. I said during this campaign that this election is about the future of Sierra Leone, the future of our children, and the future of our grandchildren. I thank you for electing me as the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. I am humbled by the trust and confidence that you have reposed in me to lead this great nation. From today, I am President of and for all Sierra Leoneans. Whether you voted for me or not, be rest assured that I will be President for all Sierra Leoneans, irrespective of the political party that you belong to, or the party of the part of the country that you come from. We have only one country, Sierra Leone, and we are all one people. My government will promote national unity, national cohesion, and disciplined leadership as the foundation. My government will promote national unity, national cohesion, and disciplined leadership as the foundation for inclusive governance and inclusive development where no one is left out. I therefore call on you all and all the political parties to join me as your President to develop and transform this nation. Let me thank the National Electoral Commission, NEC, the international community, our development partners, the press, civil society organizations, non-governmental organizations, members of the military and other security services for your commitment and support in helping us achieve a free, fair, transparent, and relatively peaceful election. I have no doubt that this will further help us to strengthen and consolidate our democracy. In the coming days, you will hear from me the details of my government's program and policies. Let me conclude by thanking our First Lady. Mrs. Fatima Bio, my family members, my team and supporters, and the great Sierra Leone People's Party for the support and encouragement throughout this challenging and rewarding journey. Above all, I thank God Almighty for this great day and the privilege to serve this great nation. I thank you all. May Allah Subhanahu wa ta'ala
All right, ladies and gentlemen, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless we all. Of course, that was the last sentence where Julius Maada Bio uttered during in speech after we don't swear him in. Of course, what a beautiful scene. What we see, and the scenery was so beautiful, was so nice. This is pure democracy. And you know, I like all the protocols that we then go through. They don't swear. The vice president don't swear. You know, they don't sign all the papers, and so officially this is the new government in Sierra Leone. And of course, I am also very much happy with the short statement with the president Guy, where he mentioned I may appreciate everybody who helped him throughout the campaign process. I mean, he sent appreciation to the people of Sierra Leone for when they come out in their numbers, for when they vote in a very free, fair, and relatively peaceful. Because he used that word carefully. He said relatively peaceful, because skirmishes that happened, they killed somebody. So it was not entirely peaceful. It was relatively peaceful. But then it talks in a president for everybody. He is not a president for only the one that will support him. He is president for everybody, whether you vote for him, you not vote for him, where election result don't come out, in a president now of everybody. You know, I think say that one did a very, very important thing. And it talks say this now a new dawn, a new era. We change the people that don't vote for change, and that change get for happen. So the president gets quite a lot of work for doing at Sierra Leone, because Sierra Leone continues to be one of the poorest countries in the world. And you know, Salone people, they not get patient, because looking at how this country they for developer may not get for be easy. The only thing they get for you would ever na the leader like Julius Maada Bio now, he has to be consistent with the development approaches that we get for take. So that was a very remarkable scenery. And of course, it was very delightful for us to look at that. I mean, this is what we want in our country. It's just that the outgoing president is not in this whole thing. I mean, can you imagine in 2007, President Kaba was there when the power was being handed over to Anes Baikroma. But Anes Baikroma is nowhere to be seen. And of course, whilst he was not there, the presidential candidate of the APC was also threatening to sue the National Electoral Commission over the election results. So let them bring it on, bring it on. But we know say as Sierra Leoneans, we are going to move on. All right. So after the swearing-in ceremony, they all retire, and of course today they go work on the lodge, the presidential lodge, for let the president go see who say again for day, who say again for the you know, get for spending time, and who say again for the left for the go walk na the State House, and sometimes it can even walk na the presidential lodge as well. So let us see that one day as well, and see how that one day happen inside Freetown today. Stick around.
His Excellency the President, Brigadier-General Julius Maada Bio. We are the organizing group presently, as you can see. We're number 4. namely as the president of Sierra Leone. Well, we don't enter inside of the symbol now, and it's closed, escort, and also the Sierra Leone vehicle security watertight, as the head of media always say for the Sierra Leone police, I say security watertight. So in this case, everything's in under control, and now you see the vehicle on slow, and we expect security now, as you can see the military and also the various authorities as well. And to be honest with you, the security are quite very tense. They are at the symbol, and with the president-elect of the Republic of Sierra Leone. The canon now, and it's well secure, and it's got a symbol now, and alright, and the president and the first lady comes His Excellency retired Brigadier-General Julius Maada Bio, and the First Lady, and also they go inside now. And at least they talk to some diplomats or top international people, and also the Secretary General of the ruling Sierra Leone Party, Napoleon there, and as well.
All right, and so my family, that's now President, he retired Brigadier-General Julius Maada Bio, then at the Presidential Lodge now, they toured the area, and now work don't begin. Because by the campaign, it talks say as he become president, the next day they begin work. So then work don't begin now, right away. So that is him in Freetown at the Presidential Lodge. Of course, my family, this is power right here. Of course, that's the president, new president. He has to go to work right away for the people. Now, whilst all of this they go on now, Freetown, one of the areas the Wusai SLPP get the overwhelming support when a Kenema, Kenema city, they were involved in some skirmishes with the police and the military kind side. But the thing we don't understand is that why would the police even mess with the people in Kenema? Because you see, people they don't go, the person where they don't vote for, they don't win, and then they jubilate. They are being happy for that. So why would anybody want to mess with stuff like that? But anyway, now that will happen at Kenema says. So let us see within AYV TV report on that as well. Then we'll bring up some videos of that scenery as well. Let us take a look at that. Stick around.
As the SLPP party members are celebrating gunshots everywhere, an allegation that 2 people have been shot dead by the Sierra Leone police. These we are here to ascertain. But as you can see from the back, a lot of people are running helter-skelter, and gunshots is being fired everywhere. Stay tuned, stay connected to AYV as we give you what's unfolds here.
All right, and so me found that's not been inside Kenema town. That is how it started, and then later it escalates very seriously. And so let's see how that escalation the insect been get for operate, because you know these things when they happen like this is very, very you know, I mean the people that don't get the new president, why would there be any of such thing happening? But anyway, let's see waiting it escalate later on.
Peace.
All right, so that is exactly what happened in Kenema today. It is just very, very graphic for us to look at, but sometimes it is necessary for us to look at these pictures because this is a complete challenge to the president, the incoming president right now. And, you know, just like we said yesterday, when stuff like this happen in a country that has just gone through a very free, fair, and transparent democratic process, these should be investigated. Right now, we have heard that the commissioner of police of Kenema has gone into hiding. People do not know where he is. You know, Karo Kamara, they say I perpetrate all these things. What happened at Kenema? On the day, you know, say the people of Kenema voted overwhelmingly for the current president. And they were out there celebrating the victory that they just got. The police came from nowhere. They came inside that crowd and they want to disperse them. So they aggravated the crowd. They angered the people. And so it resulted in that. That is so unprofessional on their part. As far as me concerned, all the one they will be there inside that motorcar, when the police them, they're all for be sacked. They not forever belong to this professional force. Because just like how we can talk, not to all man they inside police when a bad person, but we'll get the bad apples them. I mean, police, these people were just peaceful. They not they do nothing. They not they cost nobody. They not get weapons. They were just celebrating the victory that they just got. That's all they were doing. And then you guys came from nowhere, the police, and you go inside the crowd. You want for disperse there. Now, what was your problem? Why are you even going there? Because this now be the ultimate plan, and this they be plan for do. So at the end of the day, 2 people died, you know, and including a police officer as well. Then in the entire process, you know, then begin for burn Osle now inside Kenema. You know, burn some buildings there inside Kenema. You know, the police station, who side the markets, then the Sidom, they begin for burn inside and they. I mean, why all of this? Now, these are some of the buildings where they put fire on. The buildings, them, they don't begin to burn. That the country, I mean, Kenema City. On the day that the people were supposed to celebrate their victory, this is what they came up with. They were forced by the police. This is right there by Choitram Supermarket. I mean, for those of you who are familiar with Kenema, that's Choitram Supermarket is very close to the SLPP party office that is right there by Wesley Street. So this is Hangar Road, Wesley Street, Choitram Supermarket by Main Street. Now that axis, that very little corner, that's where this whole thing is taking place at. You know, the police went there. I don't know why they went there, but this is what they did. Right? So this is completely, this has to be investigated. And right now, Karo Kama, when the commissioner and Kenema, they're not knowing whereabouts. We don't know whose side don't go. He don't go into oblivion. Because Nain responsible for this thing is under his leadership that all of this thing happened. Right? So this is now a big challenge to the new government. Then can't see how it happen a country and not feel say therefore left farm unsolved. Therefore really try for see what is happening to the country. You know, so that's what happened in Kenema today. Why is Julius Maada Bio you know, don't get in swearing in, it don't go see in presidential lodge, they try for start for work for the country. This is what the people who overwhelmingly voted for him, this is what they went through today in Kenema. For some reason, some people they didn't know, they just there against Kenema, because no matter what you do to the people, they're not going for change. This is, they just, Kenema people, and they just like SLPP, then they're not going to change them. Those days are gone where I think JB Dauda they be there, Jambody them, they be there where APC they make noise inside Kenema. But this being said, APC not get no chance. You know, it's just like all the areas that we say APC win, now the north, SLPP now go make noise there. We have to live with this. It has been like this for years and years and years. So why would we say we can't change it overnight? You guys have punished the people of Kenema for 10 years. Their roads are dilapidated. You know, they have a lot of potholes, a lot of dust in that town. You did not fix their streets because you say they did not vote for you in 2007 and 2012. So you punish them for 10 years. Now they have elected their own person, whom they have high hopes in, and then you are coming again to disturb their own peace. Yeah, so I will see whether they stone there as well. You cannot go in the middle of a crowd like that. If you are a trained police, you cannot go in the middle of a crowd like that with that small number and you want for challenge. Oh my God, I can't believe it. But anyway, me fun with them. So that is how we are going to come to the end of this broadcast for today. We'll be just one for bring some of them in and Daytona for let us see waiting with people that they go through in the country. But of course, we have a new president, and that new president is no other person but His Excellency retired Brigadier-General Julius Maada Bio. That's the man that was elected by the people of Sierra Leone. He is the new president. And of course, no matter what people say, that's the man of this time. All right? So I want to say a lot of thanks and appreciation to all of you for watching us at this late hour in America. And of course, I know it's early morning in some other places around the world. But I just want to say a lot of thanks to you for everything that you continue to do for our country. All right? Somebody is saying they want to see that video again. I don't know if I should bring that video again. But anyway, let me bring it one more time, and then that will be it, right? Stick around.
Sheriff's Broadcast Network. Straight talk for change.
Alright, and so me family that being Kenema that one day today, Kenema City in Eastern Sierra Leone. That was in Kenema, of course, for doing one day we just the join we now being Kenema that one day. Unfortunately, the people were just celebrating the victory where they don't get by voting for Julius Maada Bio. The police came from nowhere, they came inside the crowd, then begin for disturb the peace, you know, and so they went into rage, they began for fire. Of course, 2 people died today, several people wounded, up to about 11 people wounded. They took them to the Kenema Government Hospital. The Commissioner of Police, Karo Kamara, right now, we do not know where he is. He has gone into oblivion. He don't disappear. They are looking for him. They don't care good the information at Freetown, and they are investigating it. So this is very sad. This is very, very unfortunate. All right. And so, my family, and so we get for come to the end of this broadcast for today. I just want to say thank you very much for everything we're gonna do tonight. So thank you very much.
Killer Terrors on the beat. Killer Terrors on the beat.
I conquer. I conquer.
Yeah, man. Go, Sam. Sam, this gone. Oh, Sam, this gone, Sam. From this morning, Sam, I don't get nothing for it. This moment, no big. Man, don't go buy pizza cola. Man, don't go buy time. Man, they pass smoke, Sam. Sam, I don't. Sam, I go for go get south, Sam. Man, this gone right now. Sam, I let you. Don't go chase that puppy. No say right now, puppy right now. They want to stand for it. No say right now, that election, and they can.
Highly spiritual. Highly spiritual. Moments ya non solamente
dia. Mansa minazi basu amiba Zakrona duzu akosha unika Yepeti eni Yepenu medidi Yakoi medidi dia. Mansa minazi basu amiba Zakrona duzu akosha unika Yepeti eni Yepenu medidi Nobani obajo bani obajo Kamo nyanyo ake bani obajo Ejaje no fiane ejaje Kamo nyanyo ake bani obajo Bani obajo bani obajo Kamo nyanyo ake bani obajo Yake amele yake wonje Ome no mechiliye Cause I cry, you bet you near, you bet you buy, you bet Go media, Mansa minazi basu amiba Zakrona duzu akosha unika Yepeti eni Yepenu medidi Yakoi media Mansa minazi basu amiba Zakrona duzu akosha unika Yepeti eni Yepenu medidi Yobani obajo bani obajo Jaje no fiane